So, as you could tell, today we're going to be making some pretzel buns. Right here are some of the ingredients you're going to need. All-purpose yeast or quick dry instant yeast, baking soda, salt, butter, and flour. And I'll put the amounts in the description below. First, you're going to want to get yourself a little green bowl. Green's the only acceptable color. Then you're going to pull out your measuring cup. And I believe I put in 4 cups of flour, but you will need more flour for that later on in the recipe. But just make sure to start off with your dry ingredients and put them in the bowl. And then after that, you're gonna grab yourself your yeast. Here I got an old bottle, so I thought I'd use the rest of it up before cracking open the new bottle there. And you're gonna want to put 3 teaspoons in. I think I put a little bit more in this one just so I could use the rest of this bottle here. And always keep your bottles. They're great dark bottles, great for storing seeds in if you're into gardening. And after that, you're going to cut off a piece of butter there. The recipe calls for about 3 teaspoons, but I always like to put extra butter. Better safe than sorry. I like to cut it up first so that it melts better in the microwave. And just nice little cubes. And just a little bit extra for safe measure. Then we're gonna throw it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Don't mind my dirty microwave. Then we'll pull it out. And we're gonna add 4 cups of warm or hot water. Not boiling hot, just hot. Mix it all up. And I forgot to add the salt with the dry ingredients, but that doesn't matter. Then you're gonna mix it all together there. Make sure to get the edges. You want all the flour in there. And then you're just gonna slowly start adding cup by cup of flour. You don't want the dough to be too stringy or doughy, but you don't want it to be too hard either. So now I'm gonna play with it a little bit with my hands, knead it in a bit better to a slightly better consistency. And then I'm just gonna keep going over and over. I'll take it out of the bowl, keep adding flour, keep kneading it. It's a little bit of a long process, but if you have a stand mixer, it goes a lot faster. And then, wow, amazing jump cut to a clean kitchen. You're going to put it in your grease bowl and put your towel over it for an hour. And then you're going to jump right back. After it's risen, you're going to punch it down a lot. You want to punch down all that risen dough, and then you're going to throw it out of the bowl. I like to roll it around a little bit before I cut my buns out of it. Make a little rectangle. This recipe does call to make 10 buns, but it could, depending on how big you like them or small you like them, you could have more or less. So then you're going to cut them up into however big you want your buns to be. Then you're going to play with them in your hands a little bit, knead them in your hands a little bit, and just make a rounder shape. And right there I got my pan already greased up. And I could fit about 6 on a pan. Then you're going to cover it up for 25 minutes. And right here I got 4 cups of water in a pot. But first I'm going to preheat my stove to 425. And then into the pot I'm going to first grab a teaspoon. And you're going to put 3 teaspoons of baking soda. It doesn't have to be overly accurate, but about 3 teaspoons. And then you're going to put your oven top on high. Once your water is boiling, you can fit up to 2 in the pot. Put them for 30 seconds on each side. And then flip them for another 30 seconds. I would watch the time carefully on this, and you do not want them to be sticking to the bottom of the pot at all, or else you could run into some troubles. So there I am, just counting in my head 30 seconds, and then I flip them. This utensil I'm using isn't the best for picking them up. They recommend using a slotted spatula, but I don't have one of those, unfortunately. But it works for the most part. And then we're going to take our sharp knife and cut across into each one of them to give them that iconic pretzel bun look. This will also help them cook in the middle a bit better. And yeah. And then we're going to generously salt each one of these. You want them to have a lot of salt on them. And we're gonna throw them in the oven for 16 minutes. Or until they're fully browned. And just like that, they're done. Pull them out. They're a nice brown, not too dark. There you have it. That's how I make my pretzel buns.